Shall I explain the rules to you?
Okay, this time I'm going to say no, because I already know the rules, and we saw the yes the first time, so we're gonna do no this time. Soren grins broadly.
Great, then I don't have to do anything else.
He gives you a quick nudge and then points to the numbers.
If you get stuck, I'll help you. But try it on your own first, yeah?
You nod and start solving the puzzle.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Finally using my brain again and not just running from one place to another.
Unfortunately, this episode 9 is going to result in a lot of dialogue I'm going to probably miss. Because we remember the first time, we could skip it if we wanted to, which I refused to do out of principle. So I don't know if there's like any other dialogue for if you do just skip it, like you give up. And then later on there's actually that spot the difference with Astaroth that I know it's going to probably solve. That I really wanted to see if you complete it faster than the previous one, if it notices that, and if the dialogue's different. Unfortunately, since they both since the last one auto-solved itself, this one's probably going to auto-solve itself too.
Ooh, how cool! I'm sure you'll love it. Someone like you shouldn't try out your skills without supervision.
Why not?
Since you can see into other people's minds, if you're unlucky, you'll catch some traumas or disturbing memories that you'll never get rid of.
Yeah, reminder, we have the Mind Glimpse ability. So this dialogue obviously changes depending on what ability you had. Last time you said about our brain getting liquefied. At least this one, if it were to happen, like, it wouldn't be the worst thing per se. Like, we can get traumatized just by being here, let alone finding it in somebody's mind. You stare at Soren, somewhat shocked.
Ready, set, go. You were a bit slower than in the last test. Perhaps just a minor mistake.
I was right. It did end up immediately solving itself. So I'm not, unfortunately, going to know if there is anything different. You probably wouldn't solve it faster normally, because, at least in my case, even though I was a bit slow on the second one, I know I was, it still was going to take me longer than the 10 seconds the other one did. I still want to know if there is some way for it to notice. If there is, that's gonna be so cool. Even if it doesn't, it's like, it'd be kind of funny. Because I obviously, recording it, I can see exactly how long it took. I took 3 times the length it took me the first time. I'm a little embarrassed by that. But anyways.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night. Time to die! I'm sorry. Every time I'm gonna just be like, time to die, as we end up in the totally not going to die situation, even though it's absolutely was. I am not being overdramatic.
Are you alright?
No, but thank you for asking.
Do you want me to stay with you in case something happens?
This is my office space, remember?
After this near-death experience, I'm still the best choice for care. I'm sure there will be some need to talk.
Again, they stare at you while they wait for your decision. So since I want to make this like my actual playthrough, like one of the 3, I still want to go with Astaroth. I love him too much. Like, oh god, I can choose the other ones in other playthrough stuff. At least one of them in my 3rd playthrough. And then I'm planning on having a 4th one that I don't continue, but just to try and get little extra bits of dialogue that I might miss. So I can use that to get the final person, whoever I decide that ends up being. So I'm still going with Astaroth. Sorry guys, he's one of my favorites for a reason.
I was informed about your condition, but I couldn't get here earlier because the boss wouldn't let me go.
Screw you, Zen. Now that I know who you are, screw you, Zen.
Hey, say something.
Startled, you flinch and instinctively turn your gaze to your cellmate. I'm fine. Soren shakes his head and crosses his arms in front of his chest.
You don't look fine.
Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Okay, let's say I'm feeling better than earlier. Soren's gaze softens as the shock seems to wear off.
Oh, that's good. I wasn't sure if you'd come back.
You put on a soft, reassuring smile. Don't worry, yeah? Soren lets out a hearty yawn, blinking up at the brightly lit ceiling lamp. He waves to the camera and then silently points to the lamp on the ceiling. However, nothing happens.
Oh? Is everything all right?
Of course. I was just thinking.
Sorry then. You were looking grim. I thought it had something to do with me.
Asta clears his throat loudly again.
That's
Zen. I am Zen.
the boss.
Hi, I'm Gray1407. Very pleased. Then stares at you silently for a few seconds.
I know. Can't you see I have your file in my hands?
So no matter how I react to this, he's like, really? Okay. Great to know. I just wanted to introduce myself.
Just a waste of time. I know who you are. I know even more than you know about yourself.
Well, considering I don't have my memories, yeah, that's probably true. Zen sighs, rolling his eyes. A deep, unsettling laugh escapes Zen.
Oh, don't worry. We have plenty of methods and a high success rate. I'll get to see what I came here for today.
That still creeps me out a little, even intentional or not, that it doesn't have the box and his lips aren't moving during that, which, I mean, considering it probably is, if I had to guess. What in the world? That's concerning. Anyways, since we have a new ability, I'm gonna just show the rest of it. Just the whole way. You swallow hard. Even this brief impression of Zen is enough to make you fear him. With a soft thud, Zen slams the file shut, hands it to Charlotte, and disappears back into the dark room behind the door he came through. Charlotte gives you an encouraging smile, and then follows him quietly. The door closes with a squeak. It has obviously taken a hit during previous training sessions. You're still sitting in your chair and are startled when a knock comes from behind the large mirrored window. Then a voice sounds through a speaker on the ceiling.
To your side, on the wall with the numbers 23, you will see a large red dot. Now look right there. We will take some measurements with the cameras in the room. Then we'll start the test.
Test? I thought this was training.
Test, training, is the same thing. Look at the dot.
A bad feeling settles in your stomach as you turn your head and stare at the red dot on the wall as if hypnotized. The dot, which has been painted on the wall, now takes up your entire attention. You breathe in and out, deeply in silence, and try to move as little as possible so as not to disturb the measurements. Suddenly, you hear a high-pitched whistling sound, followed by a sharp pain in your neck. Ah! You instinctively reach for the thing that hit you in the neck. All your muscles tense up and a high-pitched whirring sound enters your head. It starts to buzz, your vision blurs, and a violent dizziness hits you, causing you to fall right off your chair. Helplessly, you lift your head and stare over at the mirrored wall, behind which Zen and Charlotte are presumably standing. Help!
Help? No one's going to help you.
Adrenaline rushes through your veins. You look around in panic for the source of the voice, but discover no one.
They hurt me. They'll hurt you too. They do that to everyone.
Me too. What did I do wrong? Go away. Go away. Don't harm me. Please don't. I didn't do anything. Why are you doing this?
Just leave me alone. Just stop talking to me. I'm scared of you.
All the suffering, it never ends. Never.
My head, it's bursting! Gradually, you regain consciousness. With trembling hands and a pounding heart, you heave yourself back onto your chair. Oh my gosh! Okay, that was definitely a lot more intense than the last one. Oh my god. Jeez. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to listen to that again later. Because I feel like I recognize some of the voices, but the other ones, I don't. I feel like I heard Astaroth in there, and I think I heard Delta as well. Which we know she was here before. So... yeah. I'm gonna have to do some looking into that one later, because that was cool. Oh my god. The voices and ghosts have disappeared. You stare blankly at the floor in panic as you try to process what you have just experienced. What the... You are standing. The straps in the bed are gone. Then you catch sight of her.
You're here.
Was I you? Did you make me lose control? Maybe attack Zen and Charlotte? Was that you?
The plan. The plan must succeed.
You clench your hands into fists, knowing that it was her who sabotaged your decision. Why? Why are you doing this? And who are you?
Delta. The name is Delta. Delta looks after everyone.
Stunned, you stare at Delta, still not understanding who she is and where she has come from. I had a plan too, you know? A plan for my survival, and you just ruined everything, damn it! Silence returns and you see the girl tilt her head slightly.
No. Delta saves everyone. Everyone like Delta gets saved.
Everyone like Delta? Everyone like you? I'm not like you! I don't even know what you are!
It's time. Time to go back. Trust Delta. Delta will guide you.
I'll stop the time again. Ready? Set? Go.
And I'm going to complete it instantly because that is just how it's going to be. Not immediately because I forgot there was dialogue. Seriously?
What's the matter?
This is much harder than the previous riddles.
A little bit, but I still think it's pretty easy. Just give it a try. If you can't do it at all, we'll stop.
Great. And then it happens to me.
That was pretty easy, wasn't it?
I'm so sorry for cutting you off. And then it happens immediately. I forgot he had dialogue, like, immediately afterwards. Whoops.
What have you done?
I didn't mean to. But somehow I might have finally attacked Zen and Charlotte after that. Zen said I was signed up for the games and...
What have you done? Are you insane? You tried to kill 2 high-ranking people and blew up an entire test room in the process?
Me?
What on earth gave you that idea?
His hands grip your upper arm tightly as he continues to shout at you. Completely shocked by Soren's words, you can't make a sound, but notice how hard your friend is trying to hold back some tears. It wasn't my fault.
I don't care what you say. Whatever's done is done. You must be crazy.
He lowers his head as he continues to cling to you.
The games. Why did you have to do that? They signed you up for the games. You're going to die. Do you realize that?
I didn't want to do this. I had no control.
No control? No control? But The report of the incident sounds different.
I swear, I couldn't do anything! There was this ghost girl in the empty wide space, and... Soren lifts his head and stares at you wordlessly. You could swear his eyes light up for a brief moment before a strange feeling comes over you. What are you doing?
I'm sure we can talk here. I've connected our minds, now they can't listen in through the microphones. So, what happened?
Then it offered me a position as a helper. But then this girl showed up and took away my control over my decisions and actions. I don't know exactly what happened then. There's just static and blurry images as I recall.
Who was that girl? Do you know her?
Test.
Ugh. A violent electric shock shoots through your body. You can't say for how long, but the after effects are more than just unpleasant.
Wonderful. Let's go.
Here I am!
Soren!
You're not allowed in here.
Soren! Hi!
Allowed, yes. Advised, no. Enter at own risk, I take the risk. I've had that thought too. Everything fits perfectly. Your power is a rarity, and I haven't found any information about Delta, despite my research. It's all connected somehow.
They have to know about it. Because, again, with Charlotte earlier, she was able to tell us, like, hey, yeah, there was this girl that was here in the past, and she sometimes does pop up in people's heads. So, they know something. What that is, we don't know. And clearly Soren can't find anything, so it must be something they don't want people to know about. At least us experts.
So, was it bad?
It didn't hurt much.
Don't pick at the spot or it'll really hurt. Got it?
That is so true. Don't pick at scabs. Even though you might want to, don't do it. It's just gonna make things worse. That's supposed to be there to heal. You nod wordlessly and continue to stare at the spot on your arm. What was that? Sullivan, who's sanitizing and storing the equipment, just glances in your direction.
Tracker. For the games.
Already? How much time do I have left? 2? 3 days? A week? He looks at you silently, still holding the syringe in his hands. He is waiting. You realize that his words. You realize this the moment you turn your head to the side and are overcome by a severe dizziness. Or not another day at all. Your vision begins to blur. There seems to have been more than just a tracker in the injection. You fight the fatigue with all your might, but your willpower doesn't stand a chance against the chemical formula.
I wish you the best of luck. You don't deserve all this.